Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Grand Arena counter testing. So we have the return of 5v5 season and obviously it's our first week without those Lord Vader Datacrons and Dash Datacrons. So some of the counters that we'll be using will be different. Also Lord Vader is almost nowhere to be found on defense again, so things are a little bit shifting around. Personally I don't have Jabba yet, but all my opponents do. So definitely feels like for me priority right now is with these current Datacron sets to find a stable counter to Jabba. I tried many different things here. I tried Kenobi, I tried Lord Vader twice, tried Kylo, and really depending on Datacrons and some RNG, things can go well or not. So that's what I'll start with, really just show you my battle from round 1 with Kenobi versus Jabba. As you can see, the Jabba here has 328% armor. That's why I went with Kenobi, not with Lord Vader, because I was just concerned that Lord Vader will time out with so much armor. In terms of Datacron, I have the one that Commander Sokotano, she says counter, so she will prevent revives. So worst case scenario, at least you get Kersantan out, right? So that at least it's something. But they keep going, finally get a turn, knock out Kersantan. Because of Datacron, he's not coming back. Now obviously it's open season, trying to get Leia down, but they've got the Retribution, which is also annoying a little bit. So definitely I think these Jabba teams with Retribution are the hardest, because look at the amount of Datacrons Kenobi already has because of all those counterattacks from Leia. That's why I brought in Jaina Anakin, because at least he can get a bonus turn, then Padme gets a bonus turn, at least I can heal up a little bit. I'm like, you know what, Kenobi's not looking too good, let's go ahead, hit the early ult, because I was worried my Kenobi will not make it if I don't go into ult. There we go. So Kenobi's doing okay for now, he's got 7 thermals on him, so let's see if we can survive. Okay, perfect, let's try and get Leia down. Just look at it, how much punishment Leia took there because at 300% armor. Now Jabba's got ult, and this is where RNG comes into play, right? It's a 20% chance that Jabba there would target Commander Sokotano. If that happens, do you have enough survivability? Do you have enough damage to finish the deal? I'm not sure, but at this point I think, you know, just with Embo down, but even here, look how much damage Embo can take. You can't critically hit him, and you know, 300% armor is quite a lot. There we go. There again, Jabba had opportunity to go after Commander Sokotano, didn't. Again, without Commander Sokotano, would I have enough? I'm not sure, but luckily there obviously Kenobi, he does have a healing immunity that, you know, can a little bit stop Jabba from healing up, and eventually that stacking damage did it. Now up next, we got a little bit less armor on this Jabba, 200%, so I'm like, Lord Vader could work here, I think, at least my Lord Vader. Is relic 7, so as you can see in most cases my guys are under relic versus the enemies, but you know, this was quite a good match actually. So no retribution this time, so quite easy. Now you do get all these debuffs, but Jabba will get a turn and he'll just cleanse everything off. So maybe it's almost better if your Lord Vader goes after Jabba, because at least Jabba does the opening play and then you can get debuffs going, so Leia's not assisting and things like that. So just bringing here Vader, hopefully can land ability block there on Boba, because if Boba gets out and gets his AoE ability block, that could be problematic as well. We can now 5 stacks of Anguish. I just unload everything into Kersantan. We got buff immunity on him, so I was able to remove their taunt from the AoE with Maul. Then I can go ahead, fracture Leia to stop her assist and attacks out of turn and things like that. And then we'll just kind of wait to get to the ultimate here. Any moment now on the next turn. So you can see, you know, in terms of Datacrons for Lord Vader, I actually like to use the one as I've shown you with lots of defense or armor, because, you know, anyway you ramp up damage enough, you just need to be able to keep the team alive so you can actually do stuff, I think. But anyway, we'll just keep going. Let's go ahead and turn back over to Maul. Again, unload all 5 stacks of Anguish into Leia, so she's down as well. So for the most part, with this kind of comp here, you can just ignore Kersantan, just because initially you put buff immunity on him, you remove then the taunt with the AoE or with fracture, either way, and then he's really kind of a non-factor there. He's just kind of standing, not doing a whole lot, to be honest, while you're basically taking apart the rest. Here was kind of, I guess, worst case scenario. Jabba there took down Maul, so you do lose a little bit of damage without Maul in there, but I was still able, obviously, to get this done. I would definitely recommend, after you do get like Leia down, just hit autoplay, to be honest, so you don't time out. There you go, got Chrysanthemum down. I'm like, oh, 30 seconds to go, can we make it? There we go, finally made it there. It's definitely a risk of timeout with these hard armor Jabbas. Now also let's look at Rey with Ben. To be honest, I feel sorry for my opponent. He put all 3 Omicrons on Ben. I actually put 2 Omicrons on my Ben, and still with all these Omicrons, you know, Starkiller still max banners versus Rey, so I don't know. Definitely Ben, it seemed great on paper, but if Starkiller can still run over it easily, then you know what's the point to say put those Omicrons on Ben. Just showing you that the Datacrons, they have some health still. I went with Datacron, obviously that gives me some turn meter whenever use special ability with dark side allies. A little bit of extra health protection is good, so we can eat up the ultimate and whirlwinds and things like that. So to begin with, Rey goes first. I like to stun Finn if he's present, then we can go apply shocks, stagger on everybody, and then we can just go ahead push back turn meter. There we go, Starkiller already coming in, then Pulp gets to go, get a mass stun on everybody, and then we can just kind of go around here. Maybe, I guess we have to get Rey in the yellow first. Let's just start working after her. Now she does have critical damage immunity. That's why first ability from Starkiller is to dispel that, because then you can critically hit her, remove stacks of inspiration from her, so then she's not stacking mastery while you're gaining all these bonus turn meter. So again, here we can remove critical damage immunity there from Poe. Can do another AoE, more stagger, more shocks on everybody. We got a Rey down in the yellow. Now just trying to get Ben down as well. Okay, almost got him. Now Rey went into ultimate, but obviously because Rey, she's debuffed because of Starkiller in there, we'll be getting 50% less damage, so you don't need to worry about Rey's ultimate do a whole lot of damage at this point. We are at full health and protection, everybody. There you go, barely a scratch. And then let's go ahead, apply that healing immunity. I mean, she's shocked, but you know, healing immunity will stop as well any sort of protection recovery in case like Holder comes in with a heal or something. There we go, we got their Poe down, got Finn almost down, just got everybody in the yellow. I just now waiting for their Ben to take a turn so he loses damage immunity, so we can go ahead and finish him off. In the meantime, again, always make sure to hit Rey first, just to get all that inspiration from her so she's not stacking a mastery. There we go, Ben finally took a turn, and now it's just a case of he's constantly coming back, so just keep taking him down over and over again, and then eventually we're able there to finish off Rey. That's what's important before you go after Ben, just to get Rey into the red so you can then quickly finish her whenever Pulps doesn't get a turn. And at this point it's just a case of, you know, taking Ben out over and over again until you defeat everybody else, and then in the end you pull it out of the sky and end up with full health and protection for 65 banners. Now I did something different this time around. Normally I put my Qui-Gon on defense, but because he's getting quite easily beat by many teams, I decided to bring him on offense and see what we can do. We got a CLS team. Now CLS, you don't often see them anymore on defense, so I said, you know what, let's give this a go. In terms of Datacrons, I didn't really have any powerful Datacrons. Generally like light side these days, you know, it's a rough time to be a light side unit here when it comes to Datacrons. Not much love for them. But anyway, they will go take out somebody, but they obviously, as long as Qui-Gon is alive, they can't defeat anybody. So while they're getting everybody low in health, then obviously Anakin's getting bonus turns, Barriss keeps healing them up, then Anakin gets more bonus turns. As you can see, I was able to take out OG Chewbacca there already, even with Qui-Gon alive, just because of all this extra bonus damage Anakin is doing. I'm like, just somebody finish off Qui-Gon already. Actually, Barriss is great in here because she's getting lots of bonus turn meters when she's dispelling all these debuffs. Going after Chewbacca number 2. Almost got him actually, and there we go. They took out Qui-Gon, so I can finally unload an AoE here. And boom, got to be able to defeat them there. C-3PO survived, but he just fled the battle. Another Qui-Gon team here. So obviously many people now not putting Lord Vader on defense anymore. They maybe kind of keep him for offense. You know, because even without Maul, Lord Vader can still do a lot. And then you would face this kind of Maul team here, especially with, you know, this some Cander's Datacron can be annoying to deal with. So I'm like, let's see if Qui-Gon as well can take these guys down. They're quite durable, so we'll have to wait obviously until they actually take Qui-Gon down. But in the meantime, just kind of keep using basics here with Anakin. Make sure you save his big AoE. No point of doing it now because they just keep healing up because of Bow anyway. But at least I was able to get their couple of armor shreds out with Ki-Adi Mundi. Ki-Adi Mundi is good as well because obviously he can taunt also, then just they kind of keep hitting him. I'm like, somebody already take out Qui-Gon. Surely they will take him out at some point. I'm like, 2 minutes past, Qui-Gon is still alive. I mean, to be fair, they don't have lots of ways to ignore taunts here. That's why Jon Kenobi maybe not the best choice here, but at the same time, maybe it's good. I don't know. There we go. They finally took down Qui-Gon. Alright, Anakin, your time to shine. Boom! That was some big daddy hits there. Obviously, Beskar Mando survived there because of 3 stacks of Beskar on him, so I wasn't able to critically hit him. Now just a case of waiting him to get a turn. We can go ahead and finish him there for 61 banners. So as mentioned before, Lord Vader lost his powerful Datacron, so he's kind of, you know, back to where he was in terms of the defensive viability. I used to use Jedi Master Luke a lot back then, so before we got those crazy Lord Vader Datacrons, so I decided to give this a go as well. Obviously in terms of Datacrons, you will definitely want to have as much protection as you can on your Luke, so Inherited Teaching is doing more damage. The enemy here, they do have protection up Datacron there for Lord Vader, but it doesn't even matter because obviously both Shakti there and Luke, they both dispel buffs on basic. Then Revan can apply buff immunity as well, so then Lord Vader can't get those anyway. So I did a cleanse there with Revan. That's why versus Lord Vader I like to bring Revan and Shakti just for the double mass cleanse, so you can keep those dots under control, not just because of damage, but while you do have damage over times, obviously you won't be able to gain bonus turn meter, which is obviously a little bit annoying. I like to go after Darth Vader first. You don't want him going into Merciless and, you know, doing what he does. He can do some big hits as well while he's in Merciless, so just want to get rid of him, because Maul is not the immediate threat because he unloaded those 5 stacks of Anguish already anyway. So, but now after Vader is down, I'm going to go after Maul here, obviously using Heritage Teaching, cleaning up these debuffs, so when I do call Hermit Yoda for assist, I get some bonus turn meter on top of healing. Let's just go ahead, finish Maul off, so we don't, you know, worry about damage anymore from them. And from here on out, just kind of cleansing, healing, getting to the ultimate, which again dispels the debuffs on the team, resets the cooldown, so now we can just keep going. Royal Guard is our next priority to get him down, so we stop their healing, and for most part, obviously you can now just finish off quickly Stormtrooper there. And now just a case of going through Vader. Again, let's cleanse up those debuffs. We go mark him. Now he can't even gain those protection buffs anymore. Just keep spamming their ability blocks whenever you can. There we go, keep calling assist. Okay, let's go ahead, clean up those debuffs so we can again start gaining bonus turn meter. I'm going to swap with Hermit Yoda, heal up the team a little bit. I'm just trying now to kind of stall the battle so I can heal up and potentially get, you know, nice big banner win here. There we go, let's go ahead, mark Lord Vader, down he goes for 64 banner wins, so nearly max banners there. Okay, so up next we've got a Starkiller team to take down. One of the ways, if you can spare, obviously SC and Watt, that's a good choice here, so I'll just go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put obviously over a tank tech on Sith Eternal, so if he does get shocked, you can go ahead dispel that, and so we can keep recovering health. And that's it. We're just gonna have to obviously link whoever is taunting there, and then Starkiller, and then just wait until we get to the ultimate. Really, they're going after what it seems. There we go. So I see Eternal, I think you can't remove turn meter from him, that's why when he had stagger on him, they weren't able to really push turn meter back. There we go, almost into the ultimate, so let's go ahead. Okay, Starkiller doing his thing, didn't do a whole lot. Unload my ultimate now, and now I can just kind of take these guys apart slowly while I'm recovering protection to hopefully, you know, end up with some nice banner win here with SC. There we go, 65 banners, so I'm pretty happy with that. So Malgus, again, like, you know, Lord Vader, without his Datacron, isn't all that anymore, still, you know, quite big of a threat. But if you do have Supreme Caloran here, Daka Zombie, that's all what you really need to take these guys down. So just hop in the battle, and you'll see it's a pretty straightforward battle here. Let's go ahead, actually, just get all that foresight from these guys. Zombie comes back, you know how this one goes. Okay, I do have actually Datacron here on Kylo with Retribution, which is nice a little bit, because it'll help you whenever they do hit you, just to get faster to the ultimate. Okay, there we go. Yeah, just keep taking zombie down, perfect. I'm going to go ahead, do a poke, keep increasing Siphon, do an AoE. Okay, there we go. put a hit on Malak as well. So now, you know, Zombie, she's just kind of constantly taunting. Although they can get lucky like they're putting buff immunity over on Darth Revan, so they were able to actually take Doc out once. But at this point it doesn't even matter because I was already built up my ultimate to the max. So as soon as that happens, you know, it's pretty much game over for the enemy, to be honest. Kylo 3 turns of ultimate. We'll be able to ramp up so much that it's not even gonna be a problem anymore, even if you do lose the Night Sisters. But you can see, these guys, they have no way of ignoring taunts, so we were able down 63 banners. Up next, Wampa versus Mothma. I actually tried this a couple of times before, back when my Wampa was Relic 5 and I lost. So I'm like, well, now I do have Wampa Relic 7. Let's see if this will be enough that he survives. Hopefully it is, I guess. There we go. Nothing so far threatening. We're getting a couple of turns here, so hopefully we can get our big hit. There we go. We got our bonus protection going now. Now we can just keep counter-attacking, and hopefully we should be good to go. So I'm just speeding up the footage because this will take a while, obviously, because these guys are getting so many turns. I'm slowly running out of my bonus protection here. So I'm slowly becoming nervous. I'm like, uh-oh, they got my Wampa in the yellow. Come on, ay. Counter-attack, there we go. Whew, was able to heal up, and from here on out, obviously, was able to get that bonus protection up again. Took these guys down, and I just have to kind of dance there with Kara until she loses potency, so you can actually take her down, because otherwise she keeps reviving. To be honest, I don't fully understand quite. I probably should have read her kid. What's the condition that she gains potency and sometimes not, but in most cases she keeps regaining potency. So I was like worried we were going to time out, but eventually I was able to defeat her, and there we go for 68 banners. So we got one more battle for today's video. I got Bad Batch versus Admiral Radduss. I tried this before when he had Radduss with Omicron. It didn't go that well. They were resisting a lot and everything, and they're obviously faster as well, but without Omicron, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is going to work. So let's go ahead here, get daze on everybody, strip off all the buffs, hopefully get some stuns. Okay, obviously Jean there, if she does have Zayt on her, she's immune to stuns, so you can't stun her, but the rest of the team you can. Let's go ahead and go after K2 now, just because he's not stunned. So let's go ahead and target him and call here an assist with Hunter. There we go, we got a stun, even remove some turn meter from him. And from here on out, obviously, it's going to be a straightforward thing. Just going to go ahead, keep going after Radduss, and eventually you do get him down. And that's pretty much it. Boom, one more hit, down he goes, 1 hit, 2 hit. Just a basic there on Jean, and down she goes. So very straightforward versus these non-Omicron Admiral Radduss teams. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Hope you find it useful and helpful. Just, you know, trying out some new things here in 5v5 with you know, different sets of datacrons than we had 2 months ago. So definitely I'll be testing out more things. I'll be reshuffling my defense and offense. Hopefully we can try out different things. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.